Welcome to the porch. We're happy to see you with us today. Today we're look out for a new stumbling block. Watch your step and maybe find somebody to grab onto to help you through this next thing that we're on. There's so much serious things to think about. One of them is financing. This is not as serious as that. That is a really big stumbling block, but there is kind of a deja vu going on here. And that's the fact that with the inventory, maybe you've noticed that when you look at houses, you're like, oh my gosh, that house, I saw that 3 weeks ago. That house is still there. It's kind of like, we're not used to that right now. So we do have more inventory. We have more choices for people to look, but we also have houses that have been on the market and they're adding to the inventory. But we thank you for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit more about this stumbling block. I'm Linda Hollington.
And I'm Sylvia Ford.
And I'm Sherry Darmanine, and I'm speaking to you from New Orleans in the convention center.
Awesome. We're all jealous.
I know. All right. Well, as Linda already stated, there are a lot of houses, much more inventory than what we had. But those houses have been, they've been kind of on the market for a while and they're getting a little stale. They've been picked over and they're just not moving. Either they're priced too high or they're just not as desirable. Obviously, things have changed. People aren't grabbing onto anything and not letting go. So much more discrimination going on by the buyers, thank goodness.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sylvia. I have noticed that a lot of the homes have been on the market for quite some time. And I think there's a misconception as well on the seller's side, thinking that they're selling their home based on the market 8 months ago or 9 months ago. And that's not really the case. Now we've got higher interest rates, we've got more inventory, and we actually have a little bit more of the buyers being picky, right?
Right. I mean, they're trying. The sellers, they're trying, but
they're trying. They're still trying.
The prices are coming down on a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, yes.
But the soaring. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Linda.
No, I didn't. I thought you were finished.
No, go ahead.
Okay. And this is also affecting the sellers. They're really hesitating to put their houses on the market because they're watching this. They're watching this. It's what's happening now. We actually have had 13 weeks of decline in from last year, 30% overall.
Decline in what?
Over people going on the market.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We have more inventory, but people going on the market, we have more of a decline.
Yes.
The other thing that's positive about this is things are not moving so fast. So buyers aren't pushed. They can take more time and really think through their opportunities and, decide and compare properties and do the kind of things that's kind of more normal for for buying a house.
Have an inspection.
And it doesn't feel like you're at an auction,
Yeah.
And you have to raise your hand. Okay. Oh, that's up again. Okay. 5,000 more, 10,000 more, we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, those days are definitely gone.
Those days are gone. Yeah.
Yep. Bidding 50,000 over asking and begging to get a deal. Those are gone.
So that's a plus right there.
Yeah. And FHA and VA buyers have a better chance, right?
Right.
Well, I think the market has smoothed out to where it's a little bit more of a balance now. Sellers are getting still a fair market price for their property, but they're not selling in 24 hours. They're taking a little bit longer, giving the buyers an opportunity to not only look around, but let's face it, these rates are making it a little tougher for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's hesitation there.
Well,
exactly.
So, I mean, rates, not rates. So don't you think the prices are coming down a little bit? I mean, I think they go on the market pretty high, but people are dropping their prices, sellers. They're probably being negotiated, so they're actually closing less. What do you guys see?
Well,
Well,
they're calling this kind of a mixed bag for home buyers.
Right.
Because they've got more inventory, the prices are coming down, they have to pay more for their money. So it's kind of a mixed bag here for them.
yeah, and it had, the prices have come down a little bit, and it is giving the buyers an opportunity to at least negotiate to some degree. But remember, a year ago they weren't able to negotiate at all. They were
No.
lucky they even got the house,
Exactly.
whether exactly. So, at least the buyers are having an opportunity to kind of haggle a little bit with the price, and they got to consider the interest rates and so forth as far as their buying power.
And there's no ideal time to buy or sell a house in a way. Well, I mean, that
No.
extreme seller's market, but there's always got to be rates are high. It's a seller's market, or there's just no, we just don't live in an ideal world. So we have to deal
Right.
with what we have and negotiate and do the best we can, right? Get the best lender and move forward. Because when you
Right.
have to buy a house, you have to buy a house.
And let's face it, that everybody's always going to need a home. There's 1,000 people moving into Central Florida every day, and all those folks are going to need to buy a home at one point in time. So real estate is not going to stop, and buying a home is not going to stop, or selling a home is not going to stop. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they
And,
always have they're down the road, and I know it's hard to think about that right now, but that's what refinancing is for. Is down the road.
Yeah.
When you didn't get a deal to begin with, then that's what
Excellent.
refinancing is for.
Excellent point, Linda. Thank you. Yes. What did they say? Marry the house, not the mortgage, and then you can work that out a little bit later on.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always refinance and readjust your mortgage, but you can always find the house that you truly want.
Yeah.
So in other words, the home buyers are being a little bit pickier this time around, and they're having the opportunity to look. The sellers are still getting top dollar for their property, which is good. So I think things are becoming a little bit more what I would consider normal.
And then-
Get pendulum from swinging one way to the other way, and now kind of nestling in that center.
And
Right.
the plus for this is for the buyer having more time, more options. And they can work through, whatever details and maybe work out something that they couldn't have managed before all of this happened,
That's
Right.
Yeah.
And don't be scared. Go to a lender, go to 3 different lenders, right? We keep saying this, but and I think you ladies will back me up. They have programs, they have money to lend, and they have programs that will work with you to make things a little easier, perhaps get some assistance from for closing from the sellers. There are options out there, right, Linda? Right?
I would
there are
say-
plenty of options.
I would say, and I'm sure Sherry has experienced this, but there's a lot of mortgage brokers that would really like to do a mortgage right now.
Yes. So take advantage of this.
Yeah.
They need to lend, right, Sherry? I mean, you've obviously been in this business for a long time. And
Well, that's why now is a good time. If you are looking for a mortgage, now is a good time for you to shop, because not only are there a lot of opportunities, but there are also a lot of brokers out there that you can work with that may offer some competitive edge a little different than another. So it is worth it now to shop around to make sure you're getting the right, because they want your business right now.
Yeah.
Rates at this level are giving mortgage companies an opportunity now to vie for the business. So they're definitely wanting your business. I mean, you're in a position as a buyer to be picky.
so many kids are coming and saying, oh, well, we wanted to buy, but now we're going to go and look to rent because we just don't think we can afford it. Oh, wait a minute, hold your horses. Let's get you talking, give them at least a few people, trusted lenders, and see if there's
Exactly.
something they can work out. This is not the time to you need to talk to a lender. That's all I'm going to say. This is a prime time for them to want your business.
I agree.
That's one glorious thing that has changed.
Yep. So
So just-
take yourself out there and look around at properties and do some shopping, but at the same time, take this opportunity to do some negotiation, be a little picky, Sellers still need to get their properties on the market and take advantage of the buyers that are looking out there. So it is a nice even situation for both buyer and seller.
So give us a call, right, ladies?
Right.
Exactly. And please make sure, like I always say, that you go to our YouTube and not only watch our videos, but please make sure you subscribe.
And like us and Facebook as well.
Yes.
And
both.
thanks for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much.
Bye now.
And thank you from
Bye
New
now.
Orleans. Bye.